Portimão, Portugal. The fun in the sun. Portimão, Portugal. The food's so good. Portimão, Portugal. Great place to walk. Portimão, Portugal. The beach life's good. Portimão, Portugal. Portimão, Portugal. Portimão, Portugal.
Hey, welcome to this episode. We're in Portimão, Portugal. And hey, please like and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with us. We're going to kick this episode off by showing you where we stayed at first. Everyone likes to see that. We had a long day driving in. We just drove in from Monte Gordo, Portugal. We really loved it there. Now we come up the elevator here. We're quite a few stories up, come down this long hallway, and there's this beautiful atrium area over to the right. I'll show that coming up here in a little bit. And now we're going to enter into the left here, going into our Airbnb apartment. This was a one-bedroom apartment that we rented through Airbnb. This is the living room. The kitchen area is back there in the back. It was a very comfortable place, actually. We really enjoyed it. And then we have a nice deck out here with a beautiful view of the city. And then right over here to the right, you're going to see the beach coming up. We just had to go down the elevator, go down this long walkway that's down here below us, and then the beach is right out here. And then down here below us, there's actually restaurants, food stores, clothes shops, some surf shops, a little bit of everything. And then you walk down there to the right, and it takes you out to this main strip area, and then the beach is right down below. And here's our bedroom, two of our backpacks sitting there, and we also have a deck out the back here with our has a little porch. And here's the bathroom, very clean. Everything that you need in a bathroom. This was a very conveniently located place. And they had a coffee maker, had some different tea bags for us. And a lot of places we stayed, they gave us a bottle of wine, and they did as well here. And we brought that bottle of water with us. Now this is this tall atrium area that goes up in the center of the building. You could take the steps up, but we took the elevator. We were, carrying a lot of bags with us. And on the roof of the building is a swimming pool. There's also a hot tub over there as well. And right across, they're building some new buildings and some very modern looking buildings here. It's a very beautiful, up-to-date looking city. And this is right across from the beach here. The beach is actually over to the right of us. And this is this long walkway and driveway where there's nothing but restaurants and shops. You can just walk a long, long ways. Actually, going back to the right behind us, you can walk even further. This is some of the restaurants, and then you walk down to this beach down here. You take every little ways as you're walking, there's steps that lead you down to the beach. Lots of restaurants, every kind of food you can think of. And there's quite a big nightlife going on here. We're going to have some video. We went out, and you'll get to see what the town looks like lit up at night. We even went and saw a band. We'll take you a little bit of a preview of that as well. Now here we're walking around a little bit. This is still the first day we got in. We're going to be going to the beautiful beaches here coming up. The beaches are just amazing. Big, tall cliffs, beautiful rocks out in the water, amazing watercolors, blue-green water, which we're really familiar with blue-green water because we live on the Gulf Coast of Alabama, and it actually looks like the same exact blue-green water. The beaches are a little bit of a more orangey sand here, where we have white sandy beaches in our town. Lots of hotels here as we're walking around. I think this person in this car was a little lost. And that's kind of an upper view of one of the beach areas. There's lots of beach areas. If you're into walking and you like walking, This is a fantastic place to take long walks. You can walk down the upper part of the beach, it seems like for miles, and then go down onto the beach and walk back, miles back, down on the edge of the water as you're walking back, going around these beautiful rocks, and sometimes you've got to walk through tunnel areas. We've got all that coming up. It's very beautiful. And we were very hungry actually, because we just drove in. My wife was pretty hungry, so we had to find a place to eat. And this ended up being one of our favorite restaurants. And what's kind of strange here is we're here about 4 o'clock, and we go up and there's nobody in the restaurant. We sat down and everyone kind of looked at us strange. And then they finally told us that they're not generally open this time of day. They don't actually come back till later in the day, but they had enough staff there and they said, okay, well, you can order some food. And I'll tell you, it was fantastic. Right there, that's the view from sitting in the restaurant. And this is a Portugal steak. This is actually fantastic. It's 2 pieces of meat stacked on top of each other. And it was just fantastically delicious. I couldn't have asked for anything better. We actually come back to this restaurant again because we liked it so much at night on another day.
Seaside town with charming waves.
It's actually 2 fillets stacked on top of each other. And here's another view. There's a lot of little walkout areas on rocks overlooking the beach area where you can see scenes like that. And this was the sunset, our first night there. And here's the nightlife. Now it's very slow because it's nighttime, but people tend to come out here later at night, even eating. Most people are going to dinner at like 9 and 10 o'clock. You only see a few people in here. This is probably around 8 o'clock right here. And as it got later, it got more busier. More people came out to all these restaurants. Now we're going to head in and see a little bit of live music. Okay, that was fun. Now, this is the restaurant that we ate at earlier. It's called Restaurant F, and it's actually right across from where we're staying right here. This is that walkway where we were showing from upstairs, where you can walk through here, and this is later at night. I'm not sure what time this was, but all the restaurants in here and the store and everything is closed at this point. Actually, you can see, I think one of the little restaurants is still open up here. And we're heading up for the night, and tomorrow, coming up next, we're going to be heading out to the beautiful beaches. Man, we had a good time walking along these beaches, both in the upper area and bottom areas. Okay, here we are. It's the next day, ready for some sun and fun. And here's one of the views from one of the tops of the rock areas here. And we're going to walk over to that other area there a little bit later coming up. I'll just put some different music on here in just a moment and let you guys enjoy the beautiful beach here in Portugal.
whispering, saying secrets in my ear. Sand between my toes feels crystal clear. Palm trees swaying as the sun dips low. Oceans humming with a golden glow. Portimão,
Just amazing beaches, all these beautiful rocks with the water splashing on them, little birds everywhere. It was a wonderful day out there. We really, really enjoyed this. This would be a beautiful place to live. And all above the rocks here is walkways that you can walk. You could be hiking down there. And there was quite a few people walking. There's like walking trails going all along the top of the rocks.
salt on my skin as the sun takes its bow. I've got no tomorrow, only here and now. Chasing the sky where the colors collide. This beach is a dream pulling me inside. Portimão nights and the sea breeze calls. Underneath the stars where the cool sand falls. Footprints fading as the tide.
This beach area just went on for miles and miles and miles. We finally turned around to go back because we had walked so far and it didn't seem like we were getting anywhere near the end of where the beach was ending. It just went on and on and on. Now here we're down at the other side of the beach where there's this area of rocks that go out like a jetty, and there's people fishing out there, and these are some girls who are getting ready for surfing. I think this is surfing lessons actually they were doing there, and this is what the other side of the town area looks like, right across the way from the water. And there's a bay area here where boats can come in and out, fishing boats, sailboats, a little bit of everything.
Underneath the stars where the cool sand falls. Footprints fading as the tide rolls in. This is where my new story begins.
Now that was across the bay from us there, or the waterway, some kind of castle or large house. And this looks like a boat rental tour. Looks like some people out there were taken out somewhere. And now back to those girls, they're taking their surfboards out in the water. And I'm pretty sure this is like a training class because it looks like they were just getting familiar with what it's like carrying the boards out there and sitting on them.
They stretch for miles, sun-soaked streets.
There's the advantage of having a mega zoom lens with me. We're quite a bit far away from them.
Ocean breeze, Portimão keeps calling, please. Oh, Portimão, you've got my heart. From your beaches to your
Now some fishing going on. This is something I would definitely participate in myself. I love fishing.
sun.
And this is that long walkway going out to the end here where people ride out and walk out and fish and just have a good time. And then back on the beach, they had actually a lot of activities going on. Looks like some volleyball going on here. And there's that mega zoom lens zooming in, getting some good shots.
Stories flow, Portimão, the place to go. Oh, Portimão, you've got my heart. From your beaches to your heart, every wave a sweet romance.
Looks like some maybe soccer practice going on.
Laugh and dance. Winding trails and secret views, swaying palms, a shade for two.
Now we're walking up one of the walkways here. There's lots and lots of little lookout areas that overlooks the beach and look out the different areas.
Portimão, you've got my heart. From your beaches to your heart, every wave a sweet romance. Under the sun, we laugh and dance.
these beautiful designs that they have in rocks. Amazing. And then you get right here to the edge and you have this awesome view of the beach here. And down on the beach you can see a wooden walkway. You can walk down that walkway, and every so often those other little buildings were little restaurants that you could stop at and eat at.
Shade for two. Night falls quick, the stars align.
And now we are walking down back towards the right of our hotel. Like we come out, go towards the beach, and we're walking to the right, and it's just nothing but restaurant after restaurant. And these are all, like, a lot of them are underneath like large condo buildings or out front. Like right here, there's a restaurant actually out front. You walk back in there. A little bit of everything here. And I had to shoot this. I got a kick out of this. A telephone booth. There we go. I was going to say a cell phone. Telephone booth. I haven't seen one of those in a long time now. More restaurants and lots of food.
Portugal, the food's so good. Portimão, Portugal, great place to walk.
And another beautiful view from up in the upper area, showing another beach area down below. You can see some of the steps that you can walk down over there on the left. Now coming up in just a little bit, we are going to go down the steps and go down on the beach, and we're going to walk back on the beach.
Portimão, Portugal. Portimão, Portugal. Portimão, Portugal. Portimão, Portugal.
Okay, now we're getting ready to turn around and go back. But for going back, we're going to go down on the beach, and we're going to walk back on the beach. Now here we are down on the beach, the beautiful ocean, all these beautiful rocks here, and we're right by this big orange rock wall. And we're going to walk by these orange rock walls all the way back. We're going to go by some caves, lots of good times here. So check this out. Beautiful, beautiful beach. Lovely place to walk. Now here we found one of the caves on the beach. There's a lot of little caves here and there. And I'm surprised the video came out this good in here. It was very dark in there. And here's another cave where you could walk in one side and then walk right out the other, back out onto the beach. Some more of the beautiful rocks down by the water's edge here. We took a lot of pictures as well while we were down here. And I tell you, some of these pictures would be just so beautiful, just have a large print hanging on the wall. Here's a guy throwing some rocks, playing with his dog. We have a dog as well. Our dog's name is Jack, and we're going to bring him with us when we move to Portugal. That's going to be a whole episode in itself, getting him moved with us. As you come around the edges of the rocks here, you come back over to the main city area, I guess you would call it. This is where a lot of the condominiums and tall buildings are. And this is that walkway down on the beach that starts, the wooden walkway area. That walks all the way down to the other side of the whole area. And then down at the other side is this right here. This is some kind of old fort or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is. We're going to go up in it in just a little bit. And here we can see, this is another day. Some more surfers. Looks like another surfing class going out. And then right across from this walkway where the surfers were, this is a nice big long pan showing the whole area here. Now we're going up the steps into that castle type of building. Must have been some kind of fort or something. It's right there on the edge of the water, and there's a cannon up here as well. So it must have been some type of protective structure at some point way in the past. Now it's more of a outlook where you go up here and have some great views we're going to show here in a minute. There we go. We can show the whole bay area kind of. And there you can see the waterway where the boats come in and out. This would be a really fun place to live. There's lots and lots to do here.
Golden shores and a gentle breeze.
And over here you can see graffiti on the wall here. I'm not sure why people do so much graffiti here in Portugal, but they do. I think it would look a lot nicer if they didn't do so much graffiti, especially on these old buildings like this. And here's another upper view. There's kind of multiple tiers that you can go up here. And there's that cannon I was talking about, aimed right out at the water, protecting. Now we're getting ready to go down a little bit after you come out the other side of this building, and there's this beautiful garden out here. It was quite amazing. We were kind of surprised. We weren't expecting this. And you just walk down and there's this massive rock walkway going all multiple different directions with this immaculately taken care of garden.
Every bite leaves us endlessly amazed. Warm lights shine and hearts ignite. Jewels hum softly.
You could actually get lost in there. There's lots of different paths that are going this way and that way, going different directions. Now my wife's saying, hey, come down here. Going back down towards the beach, but we're going to go back up as well. Kind of going different routes, trying different angles here to see where it goes. And there's some beautiful, beautiful plants here. Whoever's taking care of the garden here is doing a really good job. Now we're coming back into the main part of the town, or the beach kind of walkway, driveway area, as we're heading back to our Airbnb.
Sea breeze chants a spell we'll keep.
A lot of these little booths are advertising boat trips to places like Bengal Caves. And in our next video coming up, we went to Bengal and we went to the upper area. We walked all around the upper area. Just amazing. We had a great time. We went down on the beaches. I've got lots of videos of the boats going by. But as we're getting back into our Airbnb, it was time for dinner by the time we got back. So we went back to the F restaurant for some more of that great food.
So here we have the white bread, okay, homemade, this with nuts, cornbread with the pumpkin seeds, and the white butter with the sea salt, and the other one with the olives flavor.
Thank you.
Enjoy, thank you.
Thank you.
It's the first time you are here?
It is. We've been here. We'll be here a month.
A month? Are you enjoying?
No, we're visiting different cities. Yes.
Which cities you already visit? All the coast?
Coastal. Yeah. Well, we started in Lisbon.
Lisbon, Porto,
Alentejo?
where they have the boats.
The boat?
It's
Right down from Porto.
little tennis.
And then Nazaré.
Nazaré,
And-
the big waves.
Yeah, and then we went down to Porto Gordo. No, I mean Mount Monte Gordo.
Monte Gordo, yes.
And then a couple other places around there driving.
You already went to
And
Sagres?
then here. No, not yet. I'm gonna
Not-
try.
but
We're
you
gonna
went
try to
there?
hit that before we
We're
leave.
heading that way.
You have to go there. Yeah, that way, yeah.
It kind of resembles when I used to feed the babies when they were little.
Beneath the Algarve's golden rays, a seaside town.
Now here's another view of the inside of the restaurant. They got wine bottles everywhere, which in Portugal they have wine everywhere. Every restaurant we ever went to had lots of wine. Now the guy's bringing our food. My wife had this same steak, which is once again 2 fillets stacked on top of each other with this other little thin sliced meat, and then it's all in a Portuguese gravy sauce. And I ordered this seafood specialty. It's a mixture of different types of seafoods. He's going to be scooping it out here a little bit at a time for me.
You paint my world in flavor.
All the waiters were very friendly,
A bistro.
and we got to talk to quite a few of them. Even one of the owners came over and we talked to him for a while. This is a family-run business, and they've been running this restaurant for many years, different generations of their family, and the food was just excellent. I couldn't ask for anything better. The sauces were fantastic, the food was fantastic, the service was fantastic, even the bread was good.
Catch of day, the spices.
And this is my seafood dinner. Shrimp, clams, a little bit of everything in there. There's some fish in there as well. And there's my wife's steak. They call that Portuguese steak. That's what it says on the menu. 2 fillets stacked on top of each other in a gravy sauce. And then we had a little special dessert here that he's roasting up for us.
Smoky charts, a sweet delight. You paint my world in flavors bright.
We generally don't eat too many sweet things, but this was like a special treat, so we went ahead and got this. Actually, for our trip, we ate quite a few sweet things that we normally don't eat, and we both put on a few pounds by the time we were done with our month-long trip. So once we move there, that's one thing we have to watch out for, is not drinking too much beer and staying away from all the sweet stuff and all the breads. It puts on the weight. That's definitely for sure. Now we're almost getting to the end of the video here. And like I was saying earlier, we are planning to move to Portugal. We sold our business and we're in the works of selling many other things. And I've got some videos that we're going to be working on. It'll just be me and my wife talking about what we're doing, all our plans. And you can follow us through this whole procedure of how we're going to move to Portugal. So please like and subscribe to our channel. We got a lot more videos coming up, including us moving there. And then more videos when we move there. So we'll see you next time.